What's happening, YouTube? Back with another Kansas City Chiefs week 17 recap. Just caught these Nike Dunks LTD or LTE tattoos. That's what they're called. Red, black, and white. Got like the Jamaican flag kind of color at the back with the Nike logo at the back. Not really a Dunks person. What's happening? We just beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, we didn't just beat them, but we beat them last week Wednesday on Christmas. Yeah, it was a good game. I'm gonna get into it. I just wanted to talk about the shoes just for the starters because I just want to show them off. I don't really show off the shoes that much on the channel, but I do have a whole video about the shoe reveal and just stuff. And it's a cool video. It's when I first launched the channel. It's been a while. I've been doing this for a while, but it's not too long. But I'm still kind of new to it. But let's get into it. So Pat played well. He had 320 passing yards. He had 3 touchdowns. He looked great. You know, he looked like how he always looks. I'm going to talk about how efficient he was when I get into this deeper into the stats. He looked like he was ready. The whole team and he looked like he was ready for the Super Bowl. I'm also going to speak more about that in a second. Kareem Hunt got a rushing touchdown, but the team shared carries. Travis Kelce had 8 receptions for 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Hollywood Brown had Xavier Ward. They had 8 receptions for 79 yards and 1 touchdown. I think it's Hollywood Brown. And Justin Watson had 2 receptions for 60 yards and 1 touchdown. We look like we're ready for the Super Bowl or the Arrowhead Invitational, as what the Chiefs fans like to call it, where they're all doing the chant. And you know, it's another 4:00 game with Tony Romo and Jim Nantz calling it on CBS. You know, it's another big match. Maybe not necessarily against the Bengals, but probably against the Bills, like how it was in the pandemic. And it's maybe a blowout like that, and it's gonna be a good game to watch, and it's gonna be a great environment. It's a loud stadium, the whole league, the best fans in the whole league. You know, we run TikTok, that's how it is. Because our season really starts there. Pat played his best ball and then how the Pat is gonna play his best ball, and the team's gonna seem to come through in the biggest moments under the brightest lights. Maybe in a fourth quarter where it's like 2 minutes left on the clock and Josh Allen has the ball, and then there's it's like an option. It's like a triple option where you can run, or they snap the ball and you can run, and it looks like a pass because there's 3 receivers set up, or maybe 4 receivers take the tight end out, and then you can just snap the ball to him and run. You never know what to expect. He can throw it and play at the last second. This is also where the option is. And then after he can run the ball, maybe they're running back in the backfield, or maybe they're running back motions out of the backfield to make it be an empty set. So there's no one in the backfield, just Josh Allen. They can do whatever they want. Like the world is theirs at their point, and then the defense is ready to stop it at the biggest moment. Fourth down, fourth quarter, 2-minute drill. You know what I'm saying? So it's like our defense is gonna come through and get the stop, and you know what it is. You know we're ready for it. You know that they're always gonna make the biggest moves. Like Nick Bolton stopped Bijan Robinson when it happened. I think Chris Jones stopped Joe Burrow when everyone thought that the Bengals were gonna come through because we had to punt the ball, and then look what happened. They put the ball back to us. Sky Moore gets a big return. As soon as he got the big return, I knew the game was over, honestly. Because when we got back the ball, we had a chance. As soon as he got the big return, everybody knew it was over. Then the guy shoves Pat when he's going out of bounds, honestly, because it's just out of frustration. He knew it was over as well. So that's basically what's going to happen. Or that's what I can see happening. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's talk about the stats. So Pat was 29 for 38. Kareem Hunt had 9 carries for 20 yards, 1 touchdown. Travis Kelce had 8 receptions for 84 yards, 1 touchdown. Let's look more at the player stats. Isaiah Pacheco had 6 carries for 18 yards, 3 yards an average. Patrick Mahomes had 1 carry for 12 yards, 12 an average, of course. Xavier Ward, he's also good in the run game. I've mentioned this before, jet sweeps. It's not necessarily a handoff in the backfield. I think they might have done that. Or I saw that recently. I'm not too sure, but I know that they can just toss him the ball. They can kind of do like these creative things where it's not necessarily a run. It's almost like a pitch, or just like you've seen it. You've seen Andy scheme it. Like if you're a Chiefs fan, you know what I'm talking about. It's just fun to watch. You got to tune in and watch it. Samaje Perine had 2 carries for 9 yards, 4.5 yards an average. Travis Kelce, spoke about it. It was Xavier Ward who had the big game, but Hollywood Brown also played well. 4 receptions for 46 yards and 11.5 an average. I can do the team stats. We had 389 total yards for teams. They had 364 total yards. We had 320 passing yards. They had 262 passing yards. 69 rushing yards. They had 202 rushing yards. We had 6.7 yards per play. They had 5 yards per play. I do like the Steelers. I do like Mike Tomlin. I've mentioned it before on the channel. I've shown respect and shown love. You can tell by my body language or just how I spoke about them that I clearly like the Steelers. And that they're clearly a good team. I spoke highly of them and their whole team. I mentioned players just like what I did with the Bills. So it's like I did expect, and I did call that it would be a blowout, and that it wouldn't be as close of a game, because Pat always plays well against the Steelers. He had 6 touchdowns before when Big Ben was a quarterback. We've beaten them when Pat was throwing the ball to different receivers and Tyreek Hill was out, and it was near the end of the year, and then Tyreek Hill was back. We beat them as well in the playoffs, and then he took the pom-poms to cheerleaders. Like, we've beaten them many times, but I do like the Steelers, and they're a good team, and I think that they still have a chance to win the division. I think the Ravens will probably win the division. They'll probably be a wild card, but I think they still have a chance to make a run, and I think the Steelers are a good team. You can't count them out, and especially now they have a quarterback. Before, you couldn't count them out. It's TJ Watt in the playoffs. You never know what's going to happen. They say that only Chris Jones comes through and only Aaron Donald. You can change that easily. His brother was a beast. His brother was a phenomenal. Like the nose bleeding, playing tight end, and getting passes thrown to him. Being an MVP candidate, like as a defensive end, just like Lawrence Taylor type stuff, just 20 sacks, like squatting, like the box jumping and the workouts, like when that stuff goes viral, you're obviously a beast. Like anything can happen. So we had 20 first downs, they had 23 first downs. We had 3 for 10 on third down efficiency. They're 8 for 16 on third down efficiency. 1 for 1 on fourth down efficiency. They're 0 for 1 on fourth down efficiency. 58 total plays. They had 73 total plays. 5 sacks allowed. Damn, they had 5 sacks. We got 5 sacks on them. We didn't get any sacks. Yeah, and also moving Joe Thuney to left tackle made a big difference. So he used to play left guard, and he was like our best protector. We had lost him in the last Super Bowl. He was the best pass protector on our team for a while, and even though we had Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith's not as good as those two, but we had Creed Humphrey, and he's been the best pass protector on the team, and we lost him. But for like before, and he's clearly been the best, but playing left guard and whatnot. But we moved him to left tackle, and left tackle is like the most important lineman position on the whole entire team. It's the greatest strength there for the line, out of the whole unit for the line. He's his quarterback's blind side. He's amazing. So yeah, it's basically you get what I'm trying to say. Like we moved him to left tackle, and he played a big role, and basically he did his job, and he filled someone else's job, because I talked about how Wanya Morris, I can name the name at the time, and just how he filled that role and how he did a good job for him, and how he's just stepping up, and that's basically changed our whole entire team. And that just speaks about the Chiefs. That speaks about Andy Reid knowing it all, really, just being an offensive guru. If that's not an offensive guru, I don't know what is, because clearly Reid cooked that up. Like, Pat did not cook that up. Pat did not think of that. Like that's clearly Andy Reid, because that was clearly a weakness, and Andy Reid's just running practice and seeing what needs to be fixed. 9 penalties, they had 4 penalties. Fumbles lost, they had 1, we had 0. Interceptions thrown, they had 1, we had 0. No picks for Pat yet. 28 minutes total time of possession, they had 31. They had more time of possession, but we were scoring quick, of course. We were scoring in a hurry because we looked like the old Chiefs, the Chiefs of old age. I can just get into the last topic, where it's going to be our last week versus the Broncos. I'm going to speak about, there's a couple things I'm going to speak about. I'm going to speak about how we might not play our starters, and just like how a comment said, and I replied to it, how we might not play our starters because our season's pretty much going to be wrapped up. That's how I thought we're going to go undefeated, to move into the next topic. How I think we're going to go undefeated, part of the topic. How I think we're going to go undefeated is how I thought we were going to go undefeated, but we didn't actually. We almost went undefeated. We only lost 1 game. We're 16-1. That's a great record. Yeah, it's like, and I don't know of many teams that have actually only lost 1 game throughout a season. I know Cam Newton did it with the Carolina Panthers. I know Aaron Rodgers did it back with the Packers back in, this would have been 2012, because I remember Madden 13. That's when I started getting into like the video games. I remember they only lost 1 game this season that they're going into, and I just remember it was the Packers were a great team, and Jordy Nelson, and just it was Aaron Rodgers was Aaron Rodgers, and it was just fun to watch. And, a lot of regular season success, but not that much in the postseason. It was just fun. But for the last week versus the Broncos, I think that the Pats might play, or he probably just won't play. If he plays, it's probably like the first or second quarter. He probably won't play. It'll probably be Carson Wentz. Some starters will probably play, like Hollywood Brown might play a little bit just to get him some more reps before the playoffs start. Xavier Worthy, he'll probably play a little bit because he's a rookie. Travis Kelce, I know, probably won't play at all because he didn't play last season for the last game, because we already had the division locked up, and just he didn't play overall, mainly because he didn't want to seem greedy to get 1,000 yards again, because he already had 1,000 yards for the most tight ends most consecutive 1,000-yard seasons for a tight end ever. He had like 7 or straight, or 8. It would have been 8 straight. And he could do it for 10 years straight, which is a remarkable stat, because Mike Evans has a stat like that. And Mike Evans is a receiver, and he played for the Buccaneers, who had good quarterback play for a while. So it's like, I don't know what starters will play. I guess some of them will play, and then just to make the game be competitive, and just for us to have a chance to win. We'll be rotating players like a hockey team. It'll be interesting to see. So yeah, but I think that it'll probably be a close game. We'll probably beat the Broncos. I think we'll beat them by like 1 score. I don't think it'll be as close as it was before, because we're a different team and it's a different scenario. I'm not going to go over all that. I've done a whole video on that before. So they're divisional rival. Thanks for watching. Continue to support the channel. Continue to show love. Peace out, you guys. I love you guys.